very careful. I'm just setting up, making sure everything's in position, because once I start, I don't have much time to move everything around. I am not on a rig. I'm on two different tables, with another table to cater for my computer, the wheel, and what I've needed through the night. So yeah. And both of my trolleys that I've got everything set up on move, they're on wheels. So if I do go into the fence at time, it's because what I've got set up has moved, or I've locked up. I'm a disabled gamer. I use one hand driving. I have complete body nerve damage, plus. So I'll either get a wrist lock up or a shoulder lock up, and I'll crash. Then other times it's because I've gone too fast. So I'm just setting up the last few things, and then I'll be practicing the ring on a few different tyres. I know I'm not doing tyre wear or consumption on here. I'm just going for times and seeing how I can push the tyres and where I can improve on and stuff like that. My co-driver will be on soon, because we have a race at 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Australian Daylight Savings Time. So I'm getting all warmed up. So give me a few more minutes and I'll start warming up. And yes, I do have my Spotify going in the background, so I'm tuned out to that. I'll talk where I can, because I don't always have my mic open. It's muted while I'm driving. Sometimes I leave it open, all depends what track I'm doing. But on the ring, I do not leave it open. So I'll answer where I can to any questions. So be patient. Thank you. First lap, I'm always all over the place until I get myself into routine, and then yeah, I start to settle down. Yeah, mate. Awesome. Yeah, no worries. That's awesome. Oh, come in. Oh, just getting a few laps in. I've just changed a few ratios on the car and just seeing how it's going. Yeah. Out of my head. No, coming. No worries, I'll have a look later, mate. Love to have a look at it. It's actually feeling quite good. Because yeah, I've changed the settings to what I had it on last time. I've taken it down to low too. Oh yeah. I'm on mediums. But yeah, I'm not doing tyre wear or consumption. I'm just seeing how I can push it. Yeah, that's what we usually do, have a personal lobby. We have a personal game that we go into and all that sort of thing when we co-drivers on. But I'm just pushing times and seeing what I can do without the tyre wear and just seeing how much I can push it here and there. Let's see if I can stay on the track. I haven't had any collisions yet, but yeah. I'm not going to be wearing myself out too much on this one at the moment, because I got, as I said, for tonight, do too much of the ring beforehand. You wear yourself out, mentally and physically, because yeah, it's a very mental and physical track. I think that's why a lot of people hate it, because yeah, very, very physical. I like challenges. I'll do the ring every day until I get it fully perfect. Yeah, we do that, and we keep it a friends only lobby to the two of us or our friends. So if you ever see it up, welcome to come and join us and have a go with us and push us. So yeah, we do all that. Going to have a look at your pick now. Oh, she looks good. She looks nice. No, she looks really good. Well, if you can, we can sort of set a time that we can come in on one of our tracks, and I can make up a track and get everything set up, and yeah, come and have some fun with us. If my co-driver's not on, he can always, I can always have fun. Always do. Yeah. I don't really like the 911s to drive personally. I like a bit more solid, kind of like a Beamer and stuff like that. But in here, you've got to learn to drive all. Yeah, in their own right, they are a beautiful car. Like, yeah, my vintage of year, I was born in 1961. So I've seen a lot of these cars go through, and I've watched them race. So, yeah, in their day, they were awesome cars, fantastic. But with what you've got out now to race, but it all depends on what speed you want to do and everything like that, what sort of interest you've got in cars and everything like that. I grew up mainly around Holden, Australia's car, which is no longer made. So anyone with Holdens, Commodores, Tiranas, Torries, all those Geminis, they are going to be worth a lot of money in 30 years or so. Another 30 years. Yeah. I used to have an EH Premier. I love my Premier. But sadly I got taken out by a truck and went underneath it. Yeah. Twisted all the frame and everything. But I grew up, my father did cars, motorbike shops, bodyworks, the lot. Radiator places. So yeah, I learnt to work on cars, bikes, pull engines down, everything over the years. You rode them or drove them, you had to learn. That's how my family was. Well, I ended up being brought up by a single mum in the end. My father didn't have anything to do with our careers. He tried to take the credit for it. Our mother was the one that took credit. She was the one that built the bikes and everything like that. We supplied the police force here in southern Tasmania. So I've been around it all my life. And yeah, my brother and I used to cut and shut cars, do them up, the old FJs, everything, put wooden floorboards in, make beautiful cars. I will have to find some of the photos and send to you so you can have a look. And yeah, there was lots of different cars we did over the years, because yeah, we raced all around the state on motocross, and then eventually my brother more so into road racing. Yeah. I wished these days, if we had known what was going down the track, I would have kept some of my cars. I have two daughters. Well, I was the black sheep of my family. The daughter that wasn't really a daughter. My half-sisters. that are younger than me. Well, his daughters. But, yeah, you get that. I have got a brother, but he was the bee's knees. So, I was under his shadow all the time. But I made a name in my own right eventually. So, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Well, a lot of my friends, I tell you now, the man that was hanging over the bridge used to race motorbikes with my son. I could have been married to his son. Mr. Manley with a Monaro. I could have been in the car that night. Beautiful car. You should see what he's got under his house. Old EHs, everything. And his son on his property, what they've got. They still race the classic cars here. Historic cars, all that sort of thing here. What they've got, they're sitting on millions. And yeah, his beautiful car, the latest one that Mr. Manley's got, puts a nice little horse on the ground when you open the doors. Yellow. It is beautiful. You know what sort of car that puts the yellow horse on the floor. Yes. When the Monaro first came out here, well, it wasn't out here. My father brought it. He got the American version. The one that was done up a little bit more than the Aussie. He was the first one to have it. Yeah. So, I've been around cars and bikes of all different eras of my life. So that's why I love cars, I like driving. But yeah, all this is new to me, so yeah, I'm learning it all. Because my son used to set up the cars and everything like that, but now it's me. The circuit experience, yeah, I haven't, well, I'll go back into there. There's still a lot I haven't done on here yet. I've got a lot of time, trial, I've still got heaps to do, but what I have to do for the team and everything, this is the sort of thing that I have to put some of those things aside for a little bit and then catch up. So I'm not doing too bad, as you said, for 5 weeks. Right, down here on the time trial, you've got the main ring. And that's a 24-hour with a GP. There's a GP. Then you've got the endurance, which if you look, it's basically the same as the 24-hour, so it's a little bit shorter in miles, the endurance, right? The sprint is different again to the Grand Prix. Then you got the endurance too. Well, you set your own time, like I'll show you. When I put this in, you'll see what times I've already done on the Nismo. Not that I'm going to do another lap, but yeah. Hang on, bugger. Hit the wrong button then. But I'll just go back into it. My nerve, I hit the wrong button, started me off, but I was going to bring up the R2 and everything to show you where it is. Right, there it is. I've done 8:52.134 in the Nismo. I put a different car. If I go to a different one, I'll show you on this other one that I've done. And you'll see the different cars, and you try and beat your record. It's a time trial for you to get faster and faster and faster. Right? If I go into the ring, you'll see a different time trial, the normal ring. Alright, now that will show you what I have done on the ring in the McLaren, the Gran Turismo Red Bull X, another McLaren. I'll try and bring it up again. They disappear, as you know. The McLaren MP4 705, and there's the Nismo ones on this track. 710, 721, 724. On the Nismo I can do this in 710. But yeah. So that will give you each car that you take on these time trials, what times you've done them in. So the McLaren, I've done it in 6 minutes 49 seconds on the normal ring. So each one you go into, you'll have your time trial scores. If that's any help to you, mate? If I go into another track, you'll see that there'll be no score. Because that's the one I do a lot, because the ring, as I said, is a very, very enduring map. It takes a lot out of you physically and mentally. You've got to be mentally there all the time. You cannot have one distraction on the ring. And everyone's frightened of the ring. Don't be. As I've said to my co-driver, trust the markings and everything like that. Hello, sweetheart, how are you? So on this one, you can't, there's no time trial. I haven't done this one, right? Like, as I said, I'm only new to this, mate, and if I can help you out with some of the things, busy, I will. So yeah, as I go back in, on this one, as you'll see, there's been time trials of what cars I've brought into the main ring. McLaren, the Gran Turismo, another McLaren. Yeah, I haven't done them all on all tracks, but yeah, as I said, I'm doing lots of other things for the team, and yeah, getting ready for the race tonight. But yeah, I've got to go in and do a lot of time trials. I'll go back to my main area so you can see on my dashboard where I've got to really pick up in, which you usually do when you first start. Not later in it. Yeah, going all right. You're going to sit and watch a bit. I'm going to go do some races just for fun, just to earn a bit of money. Hope everything's all right, Sling. Oh, I'll go and see what I've got on my ticket. And then I'll show you my dashboard on where I'm lacking, like music and all that sort of thing. Yeah, the music rally and that. I laughed at that the first time. But yeah, all that got to do, so I'll get there with it. Oh, what am I going to get? Oh, beautiful. What's that? It's colourful. Oh, for the Maserati Gran Turismo S. Ooh, nice. I'll accept that. That's okay. So, right. Yeah. Music radio, I got 5% done. One bronze, one silver. Circuit experience, I'm still working on that. Missions, 7% done. License centre, well, yeah, that's going okay at the moment. Podium finishes 292 so far. Oh dear. Yeah, some of it is just so laughable, it's not funny. The little putt-putt cars and everything like that. But yeah, it's all the experience of driving different cars. Well, at the moment, my garage is worth 39 million. No. Here's life. Right. Quick look we'll sling a quick look at my nice garage now because he hasn't seen it for a long time. Na 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 na. I'll go and do a race on the ring for you. But yeah, I'm going to use my Christmas pedal. So, there's my cars. No, 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 no. I'm listening to my Spotify and then back. And Life is playing. I get tuned out to the music when I'm driving. Listening to my Spotify. So, don't worry, there's a lot of the ones I've heard I have not got myself. Driven them much myself. They're still stock standard. So yeah, and there's some I would not drive. Because I remember them growing up. I remember one car that we used to nick. It was a father's car. The old Consul. It was called a Consul. I can't remember what make it was. And yeah, we want to go out and get on the hops. And yeah, Daddy would be asleep, so we'd go and pitch the console. It was full of spiders and huntsman's webs and everything, but we still drove it everywhere. Oh, and in those days we seen in one of those cars from the 50s, whoa, it wasn't a cool thing, but we used to drive it. We had fun. Upper left, our menu book. I'll show where I am on my licences before I go into a race. Yeah. And I've heard too, basically, if you'll register your birthday, on your birthday, they're giving us a car. Oh, this is where I am on my licences. I'm about onto my Masters B1. But yeah, International Masters. Oh, and all my licences, yeah, are completely done because, yeah, once you get those done, go on to your Masters. So I'm up to my International B Masters licence. I haven't done that one yet. Yep. Yep. Well, I'm on the 20 million chase again. Yeah, the McLaren I brought the other night, which I made gold, which I'll quickly show you. 12 million. I made it gold and black at the moment because I don't like red and white McLaren colours. So some of the cars I made my individual at the moment until I decide what I want to do with them. Here's a $12 million McLaren. I just got plain gold with the black. That was McLaren the other night. It was 17 million for a different car, but that went out. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go read through and do mine again and try and get a better score on them and stuff like that, but I've just had to rush through them at the moment to get to where I am. So, yeah, this is the $12 million McLaren. Yeah, limited. I've got a few of the limited cars. I'll go over to the limited and show you what's in the shop at the moment. And you'll see that some of them in here. This one is what I'm chasing at the moment. I remember watching them as a kid. And the racing number was my brother's road racing number and motocross number until he became champion, or he went on 4 first and then he went to number 1. What video did you see today, mate? This is a beautiful skyline. That one I do love. That one's 20 mil. So what I'm chasing at the moment. If I can get up there, there's a McLaren. This is what it looked like. But yes, it's still in. That's what it was like. But yes, later on I'll put my stickers and everything on once I decided what I want to do with it. I just didn't like the red and white. I just didn't like it. So yeah. So that's in the legendary. And this is where I am up to here. Yeah, cool. I have a look at that one too, mate. So, well, I don't know. I thought he was going to be on at 17 my time, so I don't know. Haven't heard. So that's where I've done in the trophies in those. But yes, I'll go back and repeat them. These are my collections. So those. These are the extra menus I've done. But yeah, I'm getting to those, but I can show you those better here. These are what I'm working on now. So I've only got one menu book to go. Getting these. There's only 3 extra menus I have not got to open yet. Yeah. I'm going up into there in a minute. It's collector 70, 66 and 57 because I'm only certain collector. So I've got only all of them open bar 3. There's all the manual. What's this? I haven't looked at much in here. Ah, yeah. Bias, technical manners, mechanics, car settings, photograph cars, yeah. A manual. When my cars. Which menu was that? My garage or the other ones? The McLaren. The McLaren one's over here in Legend. And the 20 million. Is that? But the with all the pictures, the frame pictures, is in there. So you go into the picture frame. Hit the picture frame. And that will show you every menu book that you've got in the cars that you got out of those menu books. And yeah, I've got 9 million up the top on the chase of the 20 million. And for your extra menus, you go down there and it will show you what on the extra menus, what ones you have completed. So all these I have completed. So I've got all these cars. By completing them, that helps you get all the cars as well. So yeah, there's still a lot I haven't done. By going into here, you'll see. The ones that are completed, I haven't done that because you can't get the cars at the moment, but the ones with the tick, I've completed. And that's what are in the picture frames. So, yeah, as I said, it's only 57, that one, and that one I've got to open up, and I've done all that because I'm collected 52 at the moment. I've got 5 more levels to get up and try and do another one. If you go into this one, it just shows you which menu book I've got in progress now, which is the last menu book. No worries, mate. Alright, I'll have a good look at that after. Thank you very much for that, and if I see anything good, I'll send some links off to you. So that's the one I've got to do now, which is the last one I've got to do. You go into menu books, into archive. I'll show you up here. I'll go through them because yeah, you know I've done all them. Right. 38, 9, 40, 41, 42. I've just completed 43. And the last one is number 49, which is that one. That's number 49. So by the time I've done this one, it's 51 menu books I've fully done. And you go down into archives and go right through them. See 51. Right, yeah. The K-Cup, those K-Cup cars, oh my God. I think half the time you could run quicker than them. Well, each collection, when you see there's your Porsche collection. Well, you can open them up and have a look at the cars that way as well. The upgrade Porsche collection, which we go and, yep, tune up PP, yep, so, yep, the upgrade. Get a wide body American car. Fair bit in it. Yep. A few Porsches. I'll go into manufacturers, so you can see. Well, I'll go through them slowly, so then you got a bit better. Look. Yes, I've got 3 Nismos, but that's what I'm racing. There's the other 2. There's one of the 911s. Some of the other Porsches might be lower because I haven't done anything with them as yet. still a lot I haven't done anything with. Mm. Ah, go this way so you can see this way what countries I've got. That's a Carrera, Turbo, another Carrera, GT3, yep. Go through the last of them, and then I'm going to go and do the race to warm up. So that's all the cars I've got. There's only one of the Turismo ones I haven't got, but yeah. I'm just going to close my curtains and then I'll be back to do a race. Uh, okay. The heat. I know. Would getting up to 31 here soon, in the next few days. 28 today. So we're starting to get a better summer. Finally. Hey, what we up to? Huh? Mm-hmm. You doing yours shortly? Or doing mine first? Mm-hmm. Alright. You want to set up the truck and we'll go and warm up? Oh my god. The adult version of Lady in Rap. So many men trying to get in your pants looking for a dirty romance. No way I'm going to say any of the other words to the song. Now when you've got it up, I was on asphalt before here. Got off asphalt. It was over 100 views already as soon as I got off it. Cars are just popping off on my streams lately. And I said all up to the conditions. Tyre wear, consumption. You didn't last time. I'd like to thank the people that subscribed on the asphalt stream before this stream. Thank you very much. What the fuck, what? My little friend there, is she? What? What's wrong with the steering wheel? What did you have it on? What mode? Yeah, on PC mode. That's why. That'll be on the bright mode. But then these wheels do as you know. Oh my god. Oh, McDonald had some porn. This is the next one. Cheers, biggies. I just put my wheel on and pushed the buttons on there, what they told me to, and that was it. I haven't done anything else to mine. Oh, it's never been programmed in. I don't know how to do that shit. I've got a laptop beside me. Yeah, well, I got my laptop sitting beside me. I showed you my setup. Well, you have to send me the instructions. So, yeah, you can do it. I'm just using it as it came out of the box. So I'm not doing too bad on just a stock standard wheel. You learn like that, you can do it on anything. Most of my stuff I just plug and play. What? You missed the actual consumption and tyre settings on the practice track last time when you opened it. There's no petrol consumption or tyres. Where? Right. What tyres you got on? Yep, that's what I've got on at the moment. Get myself sitting right. I'll just get this coughing episode out and I'll be in. And I'm drinking Woodstock and Coke. No bourbon tonight. Oh, first hit the rail. Must have on that one. They're going really good. Had a good smooth run until then. Took her out a bit too wide. Yeah, they all muff up. And I'm pushing her on the first lap, so yeah. I know where I went wrong, so next time I won't do that. I'm here. Now I'm keeping this lap going because my foot is so much pain, it's not funny. And I just try not to think it's happening. Ooh. The top of my foot, my nerves are going stupid. I don't even know how I'm still driving it. Don't think about my foot, think about the driving. It's the first time it's happened, so yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but yeah, it has tonight. All settled. Shoving up my leg. But now I've held the track, but I am. It'll go away. good crash. Tyres are starting to slip out now, but yeah, that's the way I took it. I'm coming down to a third of a tank, so yeah, next lap I gotta go in. And now I just gotta watch me cornering because yeah, I'm starting to slide out a bit now. I'm getting better on this part of the track now to what it was. I was a bit slow that time because yeah, I slipped out a few times, so yeah. Tyres aren't too bad, but yeah, got to go in for fuel anyway. I'm going to put softs on next. How we going for time? Yep. Alright, doesn't matter, just go. Stop the room, well, we'll go into screen share. We'll be able to stream your race from the screen share. If it lets me. Definitely do 4 laps on the petrol. Well, I'm starting to really swing out now, so yeah. Certain areas where I could take it harder, I'm swinging out, so yeah. But you know, I'm testing to the limit to see what I can do and what I can't. Where it's going to slide me out and where it's not. And yeah, my hand's already numb, so... Oh, I'm used to it. I do long driving, my hand and arm goes numb. I still hold it all. Learn to adapt. Oh yeah, all that pain in my leg, it's still there, but I'm not feeling it. Mind over matter. I rule it, it's not ruling me, right? That's what you try and train your brain to do. And I've done that over the years with a lot of things. That's why at times I can come on, I can be in that much pain, but no one knows. Certain corners I've got to be very careful on because I'll slip out to buggery. See, I've got pretty even wear except the front a little bit more worn, that's all. I'm down to a quarter of a tank now. So you can successfully do 4 laps on the tank. Alright. Going over to my controller now. Me. Ma. I'm just ready, sitting here, see if I can screen share and to do your race. If not, I'll stop the stream and then restart after. Hopefully we might be able to do it this way. If I use my cam, I have to use the earbud set until I get another adapter. I've got extensions, everything, so I don't have to keep going to the PS that I can put in, so I can all do it while I'm sitting here. If it doesn't go through the stream because it's a share screen, I'll stop it and then do what you normally do. We'll give it a go, and if it doesn't work, I'll just stop it and then I'll do what we normally do. If you want to stream your race, stream it. If that happens, right? But whenever you're ready to... bring it back up, you bastard. Yep, I've got to stop the stream. It's not going to do it. So I said we could try it. Stream's paused.